Well, it's not very nice weather. It's fairly cold, in the mid 40s and raining. We've had a couple of huge downpours, and now we're just steady wet rain. So haven't been on here in a while. We took a trip to Louisville, Kentucky for the rabbit convention. It was a lot of fun, but a long trip. And then when we get back, I got a hell of a cold, so I've been down for a couple of weeks with it. I'm back up and rolling, trying to get some bee work done. I'm getting my sugar boxes all set up here. There's been a few of them that were in fine shape from last year, like that one that didn't get eaten a lot. I'm just adding some sugar to it. The sacks are in good shape, and I'm putting them back on. Other ones, you got quite a bit eaten out of them and needed a complete redo, and some of them had bad sacks. The sacks are all wet, and some of them had pollen on them and things. So I've been redoing them, cleaning them up. I got a few of them on yesterday. I wanted to have these all on in October, but that didn't happen. So we're gonna try to get them finished up here and on. Last year I didn't get them built and on until December, so I'll be ahead of that. Then my plans are to wrap my pallets with VisClean, just up one side and over the top, keep some of the wind and rain off the boxes. So there's a lot of people talking about winter and the setup for your box, and as with everything, people think they have to take sides and pick a side and roll with it. You know, there's the new terminology of the condensing box that people are using, where you do similar to what I'm doing here, which is insulate the top so that the sides are cooler and the water runs down the sides, condenses on the sides instead of above the bees. And then there's ventilated boxes where you actually got an escape hole in the, for some of the moisture to get out. I don't believe that we need to pick one or the other. Here where we're at, where I'm at in Western Oregon, where we are really wet and not always super cold. It's a pretty rare occurrence that we go, more than a week and a half that my bees can't get out and fly a little bit. So they're not really hibernated hard. I like to have both. I want to have them, insulated some on top, so that most of that moisture wants to condense on the outside of the box. That's great, because there's going to be moisture in there. I also want a vent hole for some of that moisture to get out while it's still in a gaseous form. The other thing with it, and all I have on these, is a small hole in the back that will let out a little moisture but not a lot of heat, and also work as an escape for the bees if they need it. So I don't have very large openings on my boxes, so what I can end up with, and have in the past, is we get a big cold snap and a whole bunch of bees die off in there, and they block the entrance, and now not only can nobody get out, they can't get any air, because those bees drop to the entrance and then they get wet, and the bees can't get them moved and out of the way. So I'll show you what I've got on my boxes here. Is just a little bitty hole. They can block that with one bee if they want to. It's not letting out a lot. And then on my equipment, my box is set on pallets just like this, so I put that to the back side in between the boxes, so it's not getting a lot of weather. And now my intent is to wrap that whole box over the top and down the other side, so there'll be some air movement in here and moisture can get out in there, but they're not going to be getting weather in it. And I believe, you know, here where we're at, that's what you need. You need to get some of that moisture out. You need to give them access to have air and be able to breathe. Because if they fall down in that bottom and plug that hole off and they can't get air anywhere else because the box is sealed, they're going to die. And I've had it happen. So that said, I like a combination of both, the condensing and the venting. I think it's important. I don't want too much vent. You know, I don't want the air just whistling through and they can't control the temperature. But with this added insulation on top, that little vent hole doesn't seem to be a problem. I've been out there when it was chilly. The ones without the insulation on top were clustered tight and not moving. And the ones that had the insulation on top were all over the box. They were buzzing and moving around. So I think that it holds in enough heat that it compensates for that little hole in the back. And that's a good thing. One other issue, well, a couple of them, I guess. We finally had 1,000 subscribers here a while back, and like I said, I haven't done a video in a while. So I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. I'm going to try to get out more good information where I can. So those of you that have followed me for quite some time know about my old pickup. It's been getting more and more tired as time went by. I really like this truck and this style, but the engine's getting tired, needs a rebuild. So I've been kind of hunting something else, and I found it. I found a 1999 Cummins four-wheel drive with less than 200,000 on it. Got a pretty good deal on it. Seems to be in pretty good shape and running strong. So I got to get a flatbed on it. Been working on trying to find one. Get a flatbed on it and do a few other little things to it. Probably a aftermarket fuel pump and stuff. Then this old truck, it's got 360,000 hard miles on it, and the engine's just tired. I'm losing compression. I don't pull maintenance real well, but my cousin, who's a pretty good mechanic, has offered to rebuild it for me. So eventually I'll get it pulled in here, and once I get this firewood moved, I'll get it back in here where I can pull the engine and get it crated up and send it off to my cousin. So we've got things happening around here, even though I haven't been on the YouTube. We'll get this one up. I hope you guys are all making it through these fall storms. We'll put another one out here pretty quick, I hope.